Hello, MuMum here. Today musing about the wonders of Ikea. Yes, I've not moved. I just wanted to talk to you about Ikea because it's very, very exciting. We have one now, literally up the road from us. It opened last week. Some people hate it. Some people have been up in arms about where it's been built and the fact they have to see it and all this kind of stuff. It is up the road from us, but it's far enough away that I don't have to see it. It hasn't impacted our life in any way, shape or form, but it is also so close enough to be able to reap all the many benefits that IKEA brings with it. And as a mum, sometimes there are little kind of gems around us that you just don't know about either until you become a mum or until somebody tells you, and I think IKEA is one of those gems. And for me, it's my new John Lewis. John Lewis was a gem. John Lewis Cafe precisely was my gem when the girls were babies and they were tiny, because they have feeding rooms so I could go and breastfeed twins at the same time in a public place without having to bear all. Brilliant. They have places for warming up your food. They used to do free tea and coffee and cake once a month. So John Lewis was the place that we went. If we were anywhere near town, you would always find us taking a trip to John Lewis with the girls when they were babies. But now IKEA, I think, is my new John Lewis. It's the John Lewis for 3+ year olds. And the reason for that is because not only do they have meatballs, dime bars, free parking, try before you buy shopping, cheap cake, free tea and coffee if you've got an IKEA family card. Not only do they have all those things that meant I was in love with them anyway, they also have a supervised creche. Well, it's not just a creche, it's a whole playroom. And you can take your children there for an hour every day if you live close enough. They can go for an hour per day while you shop or sit in the cafe and have a cup of tea, which is exactly what I did yesterday. I had a free cup of tea while my children were being entertained for free. And they wanted to go. Yesterday was a mummy day, which means it was just me and the girls, and I'd given them the options of what they wanted to do, and my plan was I was going to take them to Creeley, which is a big adventure theme park close to us that we have tickets for, and that was what I suggested. No, mummy, we want to go to IKEA. Now, the reason for this is because, like I said, IKEA opened last week, but 2 days before their official grand launch, they had a family day, which was kind of for residents. We were invited to go and preview it early. And so I went along with the girls and my mum and my sister and my nephew, the whole kind of family. We had a whole family day out and it was great fun. The kids loved it. They got to play in the kids' bedroom sections. They had toys and all kinds they could play with. There was face painting, there was other stuff going on. They got flags, they got balloons, they got dime bars. So they loved it anyway. And then halfway around, we discovered the playroom. Now, the only problem was, because it was this special open day, they were actually kind of closing for 2 hours in the middle of the day. So normally the creche is open 10 till 6, I think, Monday to Saturday. But last week it was shut for 2 hours in the middle, and that happened to be the point we discovered it. So the kids could see all this brand spanking new play stuff, but couldn't access it. And they'd obviously remembered and had made me say that I'd take them back one day. So yesterday, no mummy, we want to go back to IKEA. So I had to make sure that they knew I couldn't go into the playroom with them, that I had to leave them, and they were fine with that. They really wanted to go. It was really their choice. So off we went. It was a bit strange. I've never left them with complete strangers before, other than nursery. But it was all very well done. It felt very secure. I got a little buzzer so that if anything went wrong, they could let me know. They also buzz you 10 minutes before you've got to pick them up. So if you've totally forgotten and got kind of completely embroiled in IKEA, that you get a little reminder that you do have children you need to collect. And you get a ticket that's connected to your child, and they wear a little belt with their ticket in and everything. So it felt very well done, very secure, very safe. All the staff are childcare trained, and there's a little window so you can actually go and watch from the outside. You can have a little peek if you want to see how they're doing. So we did that, kind of hovered around the window for the first few minutes just to check they were okay, and they seemed quite happy. So off I went, and a cup of tea. free Wi-Fi, there was a plug socket where I was sat, so I plugged my tablet in, I did a bit of work, free cup of tea, cake for £1.50 if you want it. I just seriously, IKEA, I'm so in love, more so than I ever was before. So that's my little mummy gem of advice. If you live within 20 minutes, even half an hour, I would say it's worth a half-hour drive to IKEA. Go. The kids have a great time for an hour. You get to either shop or do whatever you want to do for an hour. It's brilliant. So IKEA, it's my new John Lewis, and I wanted to share it with you because I wouldn't want you to miss out. That is my mummy musing for today. And I'll be back next week, probably with something that's nowhere near as exciting as that, but I'll see what I can do. Okay, bye bye.